every man and their dog is trying to sell you something online, trying to tell you the next best way to make more money, to quit your job. And the normal has now become, you've got to quit your job, you've got to quit your 9 to 5, you've got to quit FIFO, you've got to quit the thing that makes you money to pursue your side hustle, all right? And I've done that. I've tried that, okay? I spent the whole of last year, 18 months, to basically build what I thought was the best thing that I needed to make more money, to get the life of freedom. I lived in Bali for like 4 months, running around and doing videography and social media management, and then coaching on the side, and then courses and all of this stuff to help me make more money. And yeah, it worked. We had a 10 grand worth of sales in Bali, chilling out on my laptop, fucking chasing waterfalls. It was great, but I didn't feel that good. And then it got to a point where I actually burnt out, where I didn't know why I was doing what I was doing. Yeah, we had wins. Yeah, it created some success. Yeah, it got me to do what I wanted, to live that life of freedom that looked great on social media. Everybody fucking was jealous over it. But what was it all for? I was like a kid, mate. I was like a kid. Woo, getting sales. Woo, going to waterfalls. Woo, let's go hang out with new people. Woo. And then I realized none of that actually matters in the end. Generations before us have told us, I wish I worked less. I wish I hung out with people, my loved ones, more. I wish I spent more time doing the things that I loved. And no, it doesn't take just making a bit of cash the easiest, the fastest way to do that. It takes one thing, and something that nobody fucking talks about, bro. You've got to have alignment within who you are. Because what happens? What, you're gonna build something that's fast and easy, so that you can live that life of freedom that you get sold into, that you wake up in a year, 2 years time, and it doesn't align with who you are. What was the point of all that? Meaning, it doesn't match you and your goals and who you want to become internally as a person. It doesn't match the values that you've got and who you actually are on a deeper level. It doesn't match the ability to work with people that you fucking love, mate. To help people that you love. We get sold into the idea that you need this shiny fucking object, or else you're going to fail. And you need it now. You need it right now. And if you don't have it now, then your life is a waste of time. You're constantly consuming. You know what the best feeling I've had this week hasn't been sales. It's been watching a sunset while fucking surfing at the beach, bro. Saying g'day to the old woman that's catching waves, that we're trying to catch waves and have a solid time. That was the best time. It wasn't money coming into the bank. It was calling my dad, calling my mum. So, I've said it before, but I'll say it again, man. Freedom is relative. What you value in life is what you want to do more of. And choosing the way to make money, to do life, is so important to align with you. If it doesn't align with you, then you've wasted your time. If you're going to do the thing that makes you money but you don't fucking enjoy it, come on, bros. That's just like going from your 5 to 9 to a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. It needs to bring you joy in some way, shape or form. That's more than money. I didn't feel that good making 10 grand in a week. It happened, tick the box, now what? So when we're in FIFO, we've made the money. We are making the money. You're making profit easily. You're living a life that probably 95% of the world is jealous of, because of what you get to do, because you have choice. And choice often leads you to thinking and comparing yourself to others and telling yourself that, no, this isn't the right way to do life. I need to be waking up at 3:45 every single morning, running, doing 47 ice baths and a sauna, making 10 grand before I even open my eyes properly, while eating right, while having good relationships, while having a beautiful missus, while having a $153,000 car, while not being in debt, while calling your family and making sure that they're good, while retiring your parents. And you got to do that all by 21 and a half years old. Because what? 7 people that you saw on Instagram have pumped your face with 1,003 reels. It's forced you to believe, wow, I'm not good enough. Wow, I need this. And if I don't get that, then I'm nothing. I don't have enough. So if you're building upon a foundation that is not solid, it's going to crumble, bro. It's going to fucking crumble in front of you. So it's less about doing more because these people tell you. It's actually figuring out who the fuck you are, what you stand for, who you want to become, and build the side hustle around that. If you enjoy surfing, fucking make a brand, bro. If you enjoy clubbing and that's your fucking thing, mate, sweet. Milk it. Milk the industry. Make a product that works for them, right? You're not going to be clubbing though. I can tell you that much. You're going to be busy, bros. I enjoy a bit of videography and content creation. So that's part of it. That's part of the side hustle. Brings me an extra income. I work like 5 hours a week doing that. Simple example. I enjoy helping people and coaching, and I've been through some fucked up things mentally. So I help other people get through that. I've built side hustles since I was like 14. So I help other people do that. I couldn't have gotten to this place as a person without doing internal work, without mindset work, without understanding who I am. And when you understand who you are, you get to basically mold your life around that. Because you're going to realize that self-actualization, and self-responsibility, and a bit of self-love, as woo-woo as that sounds, helps you create a better version of yourself, which helps you have a better mindset, which helps you to have more purpose in the world, which helps you make more profit. The byproduct of being a better person is making more money. And not in the woo-woo way. I'm saying by putting yourself first so that you can help you, so that you can help others, is going to be the best way in the long term to make more money. So you're balancing purpose and profit. My mentor told me when I first started talking about who I want to target regarding with FIFO, with the coaching, and then what I'm going to sell them. And what he said was, well, what I told him was, yeah, guys in FIFO, because they get the lifestyle they live. And we're going to be working on mindset, how to build a side hustle, how to find more purpose in your life. And that can be one whole package. Well, it is one whole package now. But what he said when I first mentioned it was, dude, like, what side hustle are you gonna give them? If that's not clear, then they don't know what they're gonna get. And yeah, I get it 100%, because it's so much easier to sell to the masses when you're tangible and you're specific. But you know what, dude? If it's a copy and paste side hustle method, it's only going to work until it stops becoming trending. Until it stops trending. Until people realize, fuck, man, everybody's doing this. I don't want to be trendy, bro. I would rather have 50 people that follow me who are doing the work, who are working on themselves, who are building their life, their dream life, and feeling like their life is a dream, rather than feeling like they're in a place of lack 24/7 just because Johnny Depp fucking told you got to live a life like this. Just because fucking Joe Blow's over there and turning over a stupid amount of money, but he's actually working 110,000 hours a week and hates himself. If you want to make money, that's all you want to do. There's got to be no emotion in it. But if you're more than that, if you're more human than that, and you want to build a life where you are feeling good in the moment, you're feeling better about yourself, you're more confident, you're more energized, you're able to travel because you're making money, you're able to help other people because you're making money. You're able to sit back and relax and be like, dude, I just want to go surfing today. I'm turning my phone off. I'm okay with that just for today. Why? Because I fucking love surfing. Why? Because you want to enjoy the day. It's not just because you've made the money to do so. It's actually because you've allowed yourself to go do the things that you love. To do more of what works for you. And when the profit comes from your purpose and who you are as a person and it aligns with you, man, you've won the game. Because the game is just becoming a better version of yourself. And you've got a choice as to what vehicle that is. You can become a better version of yourself by running, by going to the gym, by cooking, by starting a business. The business is the hard one, but the most fun. The most aligned with who I am. If you want to go cooking, go cook, bro. But if you can cook and make money off of it, fucking oath, bro. That's where it's at. You can do what you love, and you can love what you do while making money off of it. So, this is not sexy. I gotta be honest, man. This is not sexy. It's about playing the long game and not following the trends, but I guess setting a trend, and not for the masses, because sometimes the M is silent when we talk about masses. We're playing the long game because the next 3 months matter, but the next 30 years matter more. The next 50 years matter more. So it's less about feeding into the cheap dopamine hits and more about how am I going to set myself up so in 30 years time this little project that I was working on for 3, 6, 9, 12 months was actually worth it. And it helped me get the house, support my family, buy the car, travel the world. We call it spiritual bypassing, right? Where you go from where you basically feel like you're enlightened and you've won the game, but you're still alive, dude. You're gonna be enlightened when you're dead, okay? So you're actually just wanting to die. In kind of under all of that, you just want to die soon. Which is why these woo-woo people will go do breath work and meditate until they see the other side and do all the psychedelics, right? But aside, what that refers to is the spiritual woo-woo people, right? When we talk about the 18-year-olds, the 21-year-olds, the 23-year-olds who just want to make a quick buck online. And we get to a point where waking up in Bali every day, living the dream, didn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. Looks good. Makes other people... put it this way, it feeds your ego, bro. It feeds your fucking ego. And yes, you've got to have ego. You got to push hard in the gym. You got to work your ass off. But why would you spend years and years and years doing something that doesn't align with who you are without even realizing it? You're asleep, bro. You're fucking asleep. You've been sold into ideas that aren't even yours. Everyone shares their opinions online, but even what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt, mate. You're watching through a screen, bros. Invest time and energy into yourself to become a better version of yourself for you. The side hustle is a tool for that. It's the thing, it's the entity that you are building. I would much rather look back at my life knowing that I've done something good, that I felt good doing it, and it wasn't all about the money, because we've got our higher self, all right, we've got two other people in our lives that we kind of just need to make proud. You got your 8-year-old self who just loves life, who's curious about everything, who's a bit of a nutcase, who does everything, who lets loose. And then you've got your 80-year-old version of you who's lived a life, who's looking back on his life, who's played the money game, who's played the relationship game, who has the kids, who has the house, who has the car, who has all the stuff and feels good in it. He wants to be proud. He wants to look back and know that he's proud of himself. And your 8-year-old self wants to be able to look up to you. And you've got to fulfill those two parts of yourself by acting in the present. Your 8-year-old self wants you to have fun and not just sit behind a screen, behind working for a business for your whole entire life. You got to have fun. Go surfing, go travel, jump off waterfalls, do backflips, be a nutcase. And your 80-year-old self wants you to set up yourself and build that foundation and build smart. Work smart, not hard, and play for the long game. Playing for the long game is what he wishes that he did at certain times, because he's going to look back and he's going to regret things. He's going to realize, well, shit, he probably won't even say shit. He's going to be a bit more well-spoken than you are right now. But he's going to look back, okay, that part of my life was a building season and I burnt out. Why? Because it wasn't in alignment with me. Why? Because I could just put money first. Why? Because I didn't feel good enough with what I was creating. The past can be engineered. The future is a mystery. Meaning, your past, you can connect the dots. Yeah, I struggled at that point, and then I had a breakup, and then I started making more money, and then I felt really good about myself, but then I started burning out again, and then I lacked confidence, and I moved there, and that environment helped me. You can engineer what has happened, but the future, bro, you cannot engineer that. Because it's part of the journey of life. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We know what our 8-year-old self was like, but we don't know exactly what our 80-year-old self was like, or is like, right? So use that as our fuel. Stop running away from things. Stop running away from, I hate my job. I shouldn't be working as much as I do, or I should be working less. because this is what I did in the past. Or I'm running away from a breakup, or a shit job, or your traumas, dude. Stop running away from things without having a thing that you're running towards. Because if you're running away from a crappy job, but you don't know what you're going towards, nothing you're building is going to be worth it. Because you're just like Tom and Jerry, man. You're just a fucking cat. Well, you're not the cat, sorry. You're just a little mouse running away from the cat, but you don't have the cheese, brother. You got to be running towards the cheese. Otherwise, you're just running away from the cat, and you're gonna corner yourself in. And you're gonna get smacked, mate. You're gonna get boom, eaten alive, brothers. Find your cheese, man. Find the thing that you're getting after, that aligns with you, that fuels your soul, that tastes good, that is enjoyable, that helps you become a better version of yourself. Find your cheese, brother. Stop just running away from the cats. Your traumas, your comparison to everybody on these fucking apps, the news, the people who hate their lives at their job. You're running away from the idea of that. Running away from who you used to be because you hated that person, but you're not looking towards and who you could become or appreciating who you are right now. Running away from your parents, dude, not giving them a ring and saying, hey, I'm sorry for the way I acted when I was a child. I'm an adult now, we're adults. Let's work our shit out. Running away from your high school friends because they don't work for you anymore and you don't want to just tell them, hey, I've gone a different way, man, and you're welcome to join. Running away from not setting boundaries because people continually try to take things off of you as you believe, and you're not just setting the boundary, hey, man, that's not on, that doesn't work for me. Running away from who you used to be is probably the biggest thing. Who you used to be, the life you used to live, the place you grew up, the bad things that happened to you as a kid, the lifestyle that you used to live. If you spend the rest of your life running away from that, all you're going to be thinking about is, well, the mindset you're going to have is, oh fuck, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be who I used to be with what I had. That stuff exists and it has happened, but you're going to get very damn tired if you don't find the thing that you're getting after, that you're going towards. Got to find your cheese, bro. Got to find your cheese. The ideal lifestyle doesn't come from somebody else's, all right? The people that you compare yourself to on these apps, they have a life that works for them. And if you compare your life now to their life, dude, you're not even related. You're a different person with different values, with a different family, maybe even living in a different country. Fuck them. It doesn't matter. Right? If you want certain parts of who they are, great. But you don't need to buy into all of that. Have a bit of intuition, have a bit of common sense. Who the fuck are you? Who do you want to be without the beliefs, without the stuff that the world teaches you, tells you, without the gunk? Who do you want to be for you, for your family, for your partner, for your future family? Who do you want to be? And then what the fuck are you going to do about it? Figure that out. Fuck around. Find out. I gotta show you something quickly. We'll end it off with this. Okay. To get to a point where you're more aligned with who you are, we're whipping out the whiteboard. To get to a point in life where you feel more aligned, you've discovered more of yourself, and you're constantly learning, you're constantly curious, you're enjoying who you are, you love the process. You need to understand this. Okay? And you need to understand two things. First of all, the quote goes, the cold water doesn't get any warmer if you wait to jump in. The second one, well, I'll let that land. So the cold water doesn't get any colder, doesn't get any warmer if you wait to jump in. Alright, so we've got two parts to this. Do you understand that you got to take the risk? You got to jump in the cold water. And in life, we have two things. Okay? We got to fuck around, and we got to find out. All right? Got to stand up for this one. This up here is your dream life. Okay? To get to there, you need to fuck around and you need to find out. But a lot of people, they just fuck around. They just drink, they party, they do all of this shit. And what? They get really, really good at fucking around. And then a lot of people, they find out. But finding out in this day and age is you go on this journey of learning and self-development and discovery and just learning. Fucking bookworms, bruz. But you're learning all over your phone. That person who doesn't find out or finds everything out is too scared to take action and fuck around. But this person who's fucking around is not finding out because they're not learning from their mistakes. So this is the person who's fucking around is the person who's just running from the cat, just running from their past, just running from the life that they're scared of having. This person is really good at making up stories and finding out and comparing themselves, and they live in their head. So it's not about which one's better. It's actually about doing both. Because if you fuck around and you find out, every single day of your life, you learn, you grow, you act, you stay scared, but you still put in the work, you still find out, you still fuck around, bro. You're fucking around with intention. And you're gonna get there pretty damn fast because you're taking something called risk. And that's scary. And too many people in this world are scared to take the jump, are too scared to jump in the cold water. So you got to fuck around and find out to achieve your dream life. And of course, that's all relative. It's all relative to who you are, what your dream life is. Man, nobody achieved their dreams by just dreaming, did they? Peace.